furniture right in front of her. Not a good plan. But you can use this two ways. When you set it up, you can have it stand only. Yeah. Or you can have it where you can walk around the space. Let me show you what we're now doing. We're doing like inside the heart. You can now go inside every valve and see everything inside. Yeah. So we have all of those pieces and parts, and you can interact. In other words, you can speed up the heart, see what it would be different. You could have a heart murmur and kind of detect what it sounds like. So now in all of our programs, the students, regardless of what class they're in, can kind of get this full experience. One of the schools that I helped with, let me show you what they're doing now. This is actually a high school. In Miami, where I'm from.
Students in my physics honors class are going through a virtual reality train station, which is teaching them about the Doppler effect. In past years, when we've done the Doppler effect, it's pretty much been, these are the equations, these are the variables, this is what they stand for. Now, we have the capability of not just taking the equations and plugging in numbers, but actually seeing them applied in a virtual world.
This virtual reality simulation is awesome because it helps us to learn physics in the real world, and it's very different from a traditional classroom setting.
Do you understand
and it really
how it helps to see it and feel it, try out equations? With the Doppler effect, you're actually in a train station, and you can kind of control the speed of the train and what the echo sounds like in the background, where typically that's not there. Actually, our shop class at our community college built these little boxes for us because you don't want to mix up the controllers with the wrong headset. So we put little orange dots on the orange set, we put little green dots, little blue dots, so we didn't confuse them. We also have adult ed in our college at night, and we didn't want anything to walk away. So do you see what we put on the front of these? Yeah, you hate to bring up all the practical things. Let me show you what we're doing in our consumer family science class. So they were talking about decorating homes and home design. She's in an empty, boring brick room. But she now has designed a room and now can walk through it to see what the design would look like. Wouldn't you like to do this when you build a home? Woo! Turn the lights on. You can see everything. Now, let me show you how it's also being used. Let's say you teach business classes. I teach business, so you see, what are you doing with it? She's going to take it off. I'm going to start the program again. So what we're showing in business is how commonly used businesses are putting all this together. What I'm going to have you do next, I'm going to have you in Google Earth to see the whole world. You'll see it in a second. Let me show you what we're doing. Do you know that 10% of higher-end real estate here in Hawaii and in California, Seattle, all those areas, this is now how you sell a home. Now the positive thing about this is you don't have to clean your house over and over and over again for every total stranger who might pick up something along the way inside your house to go. Now some of the real savvy real estate agents, thank you. You can now walk through the whole site. You say, well, Corinne, I can go on like realestate.com and I can walk through the houses. No, you have no idea how that house is laid out until you really get there. How many would rather shop for a house like this? Yeah. He's in Google Earth. It should take a second for the Earth to build. Are you seeing something, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so they have explored a few parts with submarines. So there's a few examples, but no, not the entire planet. So North Korea and some oceans, out of links. But good idea otherwise. There is some things with that. There's also tons of space ones. There's especially when you're living in a very closed area, you don't know. Luckily, a friend of ours, drove me up there to take me to college. My mother never drove. And I wouldn't have gone without that friend. Let me share what's here. Write down ecampustours.com. It has 1,300 colleges and universities fully in VR. That you can walk around the campus. By the way, there's 16 of them here. So you can walk around and see these places. Do you understand why that makes a difference? Unless you can imagine seeing yourself there. Where are you right now? You look like you're in Rio de Janeiro. He's in Rio de Janeiro right now? Sitting out there. So this has made a difference at our school. We now take students into the lab, and you can do math in here. We do calculus in here. They can see the differential equations, integrations. It's made a big deal. I want to open this one up to a little Q&A for our last 5 minutes. So let me share with you a couple things. On that same bitespeed.com site, if you type in bitespeed.com/VR, they let me post up my Perkins grant. My 20,000 grant that sent me the whole lab of these. You can copy the whole thing and send it to Carl Perkins. Just remember to change your school name, my school name, to yours. Although I wouldn't mind if they sent me more. Okay? So bitespeed.com/VR. So that is there. What we really did, you're going to probably need a company that will give you a little bit of training, and that's what Bitespeed did for us. They include training with everything, and they have someone come to your school and make sure everything is set up and go, and that's always a really good plan to make sure it happens. To me, it's not a question of if you'll start using VR. The question to me is when. When you can go inside and do chemistry experiments that would usually blow up the entire building. Again, frowned upon. Instead, now you can really do this over and over and over again. Let me last talk about some of our special needs students. I have a nephew who's 9 years old. And because the family situation stays with us a lot of times. He is severely autistic. And I'll put it very simply, he will never use a regular restroom. So he's nonverbal, and we have really sometimes been challenged to communicate. One thing about autism is eye contact, connections. It's very difficult for them. So what we put him in is this VR. Imagine that you don't have all the outside coming in. You can focus. You can isolate. He can do anything in VR. I give him chemistry experiments that honestly, in my IT field, I don't understand. He gets them right. He does not speak. He does not use a restroom, but he can focus. There are new studies that show some of our autistic students, there's new apps that are teaching them cues about facial expressions. So they put in social settings inside here, and if I'm talking to him, I want you to make a very angry face. For an autistic child, this cue is not clear. But they teach them in there, this face means this, and they can look at it over and over again to start understanding the environment that they're within. We even put apps on here to meditate. It's called Meditation VR. What are we doing with it? When we have a couple students on campus that have a meltdown. Don't forget, a lot of our students come to school hungry. 40% of college students today are what we call food concerned. They're worried about where the next meal is coming from. They're from abusive situations. Sometimes it's just not easy to focus on what we're teaching that day. Wouldn't it be cool to have a place to kind of meditate in your happy place? You get to pick out of 1 million. By the way, you know what my happy place looks like? Here. It is absolutely beautiful. I want to thank the gentleman back here, sir. He provided me this beautiful leg this morning. Thank you so much. So, guys, I want you hear just a couple words from one of my students and we'll close. Any questions? Let me ask it again. Questions? What do you think? Would this change your classroom? I want you to stay behind if you haven't had a chance to experience it. But this is from one of my students.
See a whole new ballpark of innovation. I think someone would want to use VR in the learning environment because it's a new dimension to learning. You know, we read from a textbook and we write down notes and then we recite them on a test. And that's pretty much what education is now. Being involved in what you're learning, physically being able to walk through it and, you know, have all your senses involved would heighten maybe what you retain. And so that can bring out a whole new level of, type of student. It could just make them all more rounded and amazing.
So I close with this. What would you want to learn if you could? I would love to draw. I would love to paint. I'd love to be able to change my oil. Can you imagine now having that at your pace, where no one can look at you and say, you did that wrong? It's your environment to try over and over again. I think we've entered a new world, a third dimension. Guys, try VR at your schools. Let me know. Write down my email. I'll answer anything and everything on your journey as you get started. Guys, thank you so much for a great day.